Hey everyone, this is Laurie Davis and Robin Mosner, and we are coming to you live in order to share with you some tips on actually how to grow your real estate business with reviews. So this is something that actually is a really important topic, because now it is majority of buyers that are in the younger generation, they actually base everything they do on reviews. So they look for 5-star reviews. And so we're going to go over that and just kind of go over why it's something that even seasoned agents need to adapt to. So Robin is going to take over first, and she's going to share with you 5 tips on how to actually do this. And if you're not good at it, you're definitely going to want to grab a piece of paper and write it down, because this is going to be great information. How you doing, Robin?
I'm doing well, Laurie, getting ready for the holiday.
Fantastic. So we're excited about this topic. So why don't you go ahead and share these tips with us?
Right. Yes. As we discussed earlier, not only is it important to get reviews, but it's also important to know where these reviews should be posted. And even as an experienced agent and new agents, we always sometimes are wondering is like, how do we solicit clients to give us a review, and at what time during that sales transaction is the right time to ask for reviews. So the first time that I ask for a review is when I'm meeting with a new client. At the very beginning, I set expectations. I tell them that my expectation and my goal is to provide a 5-star customer service experience. And at the end of the transaction, I'm going to come back and I'm going to ask them to give me a review on the services that I had provided. So that is number 1. Number 2, it's notorious. Whenever you're doing a transaction, we're in the middle of a transaction, something is going to occur. There's always going to be a problem. And you know what? That can be a good thing, because it all depends how you resolve that. So that's a perfect opportunity for the client to write you a review stating what was the issue, what was the problem occurred, and how was it resolved. The third way of getting a review is at the end or at the bottom of your email signature, put a link there and just say, hey, you know what, click here and review my services provided. The fourth way is, even if, I know I had 100 reviews, and now the social media that we're moving to the platform. Before it used to be Zillow, or if it was Facebook, and now, Laurie's going to cover the new social media sites where these reviews should be posted. Go back to your client database and ask them, hey, I need a review. I was wondering if you could write me a 5-star review, and let them know. Just remind them of the services that you provided. Pick their brain a little bit. Maybe you help them move into a property that had acreage from a subdivision. Prompt them to write a review for you. And the fifth way is, if you are a new agent and you don't have experience with clients, just like you would on LinkedIn, ask your family and friends to write you a professional review. So those are the 5 top places and suggestions how you can solicit clients, family, friends to write a professional review for you.
Absolutely. So, the thing is, again, with reviews and really, a lot of agents are super busy selling. They're kind of hesitant on, how to approach people to get those reviews. And like she said, it's an important thing to, when you're within a transaction, to remind them that you're going to give them 5-star service. I know for me, every single transaction has its challenges. As real estate agents, we are putting out fires. And a lot of times our clients don't know all the work that we're doing in order to make that transaction come out. So have that discussion with them. Do you remember when this happened? Or this is what we're going to be going through. And just, ask them for that review for your business. If you're worried about the fact that they're, going to give you constructive criticism, that type of thing, address those issues with them up front, and then ask them to put it in writing once you've addressed those issues, right? I love the email signature. I think that's great, where you're just typing on there, please review my business, because there are so many different review sites out there. Where do you send people to go? So if you have it in your email signature, it's one great place to put it. I also have mine on my blog, and it actually syncs to Zillow. So if anybody does a Zillow review, it's going to go right to my blog, and it's going to be there as well, where my high authority blog is going to be found more so than in other places. So the other thing that we want to talk about is, so now you know that you need to go after it. You know that, yes, building your business based on referrals is great, but when you've got a mass majority of new buyers coming up, that are in their 20s and 30s, and they rely heavily on the 5-star reviews to pick their agent, you need to be there and do that consistently. One of the things is that, with that being said, if it's 90 days or older, so you could be an agent that has 300 or 400 reviews, but if they're old, the new consumers don't care. They think it's an old review. They're not sure that you're still delivering the best service, right? So you want to make sure that, yes, you might have spent that time in your business collecting that, but guess what? You need to go do it again. So you can go back to, again, approaching people that you haven't talked to recently, your friends and family, getting those reviews and keeping them fresh. And the idea really is to keep it fresh for, every single week. If you can do that, think of maybe 2 to 3 people that you want to reach out to and get your reviews from them, okay? And decide what platform you're going to use. Now, there's 8 different platforms that collect real estate reviews. Yelp is phenomenal. You can actually create a Yelp business page very quickly and easily. That is a great place where you're going to get leads too. So people look on Yelp. They do business reviews on Yelp. So it's really important to have your profile set up there if you don't already. And then promote that Yelp link, through your email and your blog and whatever else, your social media. Another is a no-brainer. It's Zillow. People still use Zillow's search engine to start their home search. And when they're ready to begin their home search, you don't necessarily, pay to be a premier agent. Many agents do for their leads, but you don't have to do that. You just need to make sure that in your agent profile that you do have a Zillow link that you're going to share and direct your clients through that Zillow link so you can get those reviews. Zillow now owns Trulia, but Trulia is another place where you can do that as well. Now, my favorite is Google, okay, because I do SEO, Robin does the SEO, Darren does, we believe in SEO, we know it works, we use it for our blogs and our videos and our topics. So what the great thing is about Google is that when you do paid advertising for them and you're consistently, weekly getting reviews through Google, it's going to bring down your cost per click. That's pretty phenomenal. On top of that, you can do Google Plus posts, which Google Plus is a social media page. You may not use it, or maybe you do. It used to be free, actually, to all the actual consumers, for Google Plus. However, it was changed, and now it's part of the G Suite. The G Suite for marketing with Gmail is phenomenal. Google it and then start to go through. There's so many different widgets that G Suite has created that will help you with doing like video emailing, knowing if somebody read your email, if they watched your video. There's just a multitude of things in Google Gmail Suite to help any business grow. I'm not just talking about real estate in that regard, but any business where you need more clients or customers. That is a phenomenal way to do it. And if you're not doing Google paid ads, definitely do it, because it's going to behoove you to do that, especially with gathering your reviews. And then Angie's List, if that is something that is big in your area, there's other lists as well that you can also get reviews on. In my area, Angie's List isn't as big, but it may be in your area. So you'd want to have your reviews there because consumers are checking it. Another thing is Realtor.com for real estate agents. Again, gathering reviews there. And then a Facebook, of course, that's a no-brainer as well. We all have Facebook pages, or at least we should, that are a business page. And so when people go to Google you, they're going to look at all your social media that you're on, and you might be sharing your listings and everything else there, but you need to have your reviews there as well. And then HomeLight, that's one that you've probably seen commercials for. Agents do pay to be premiered agents on there. Again, the consumer's smart. Just because you're paying to be on Zillow or you're paying to be on Realtor.com or on HomeLight doesn't mean you're the best agent for them. So they're going to do their homework, and if they don't see reviews for you, then they're going to go to another agent. Okay, so keep that in mind. Is that where your money should really be going, or would you rather do organic traffic because you're using Google and using the buying your ads and doing the reviews? That's what we prefer, is the organic traffic. And we know the consumer's smart and they're looking at the overall picture, not that you're just a paid premier agent on those sites. So with that being said, I want to
Lori,
talk about
I have a
management.
question.
Sure.
That was very good. Those, I think they were 8 sites. Very good. My question is, how do you, because there's 8 sites, how do you decide where you should direct your client to post your reviews? And is there any tools or software out there that would help one review get posted to multiple sites?
That is an excellent question, Robin. I think that's one reason a lot of agents, really don't get started. It's kind of overwhelming because there is so many reviews. You start worrying about everywhere a consumer can find you, and how are you going to make sure those reviews that could be negative aren't there, right?
Right.
One product that I've actually had a commercial made with them as well, and they also do the management of your reviews. So if somebody does a bad review, they'll let you know. And then you can go back to that client and customer and say, what did I do wrong? I'm so sorry that you felt that way. How can I make this better to get a 5-star review? Yes. And then it can be posted. That software and that company, you actually would go to blueoceaninnovations.com. And these guys are really, really knowledgeable. They do talk about the fact that I believe it's 85% of consumers look for reviews. Okay, that's a pretty big amount of people that actually are going to look for reviews, and they want to see those 5-star. I mean, they'll still work with 4-star, I'm sure, but 5-star is the goal, right? Another one is called myreviewdashboard.com/real-estate. I'm going to put these links on our social marketing RE Pros Facebook page. And so you can go back and, look at these products. Now, keep in mind that there's others too, and really just Googling, what is the best program to actually manage your reviews. That's what I would do. Now, they can be expensive, but when you think about it, delegating work through a software, or if you want to use an independent sales agent or a virtual assistant, it's, one of those avenues really should be considered so that you can actually go sell homes, deal with making other clients happy and giving them the Red Star treatment. So Robin's right. That management side of it is a really important aspect.
Lori, I would just like to add, I had read articles. People think, oh my God, if I don't get all 5 stars, people aren't going to call me for business. And, if you get, if somebody has all 5 stars and they're just perfect, I mean, come on, everybody has an opportunity to improve on something. And the articles that I had read, a 4-star is not bad. You should have some 4 stars. But what does the write-up, what does this description, the feedback of that client, what do they say that goes along with that 4-star? So when you have 5 stars straight across the board, it almost looks like those reviews were almost solicited or paid for. So I would say, it's not just the stars, but it's the feedback, it's the verbiage, it's the description. How did you handle yourself? That is important also.
Yeah, I agree with that. And, really, if you're a good agent and you're going above and beyond to help your clients, you shouldn't have to worry. You're going to get those 4 and 5-star reviews. I think sometimes when we get the lower stars, it's not because we're not good agents. It's because we weren't listening or paying attention to somebody's pain, and maybe they didn't feel it was solved properly. So good communication is super important going through those transactions with people. And again, you don't want that to affect your business and your future business because you didn't ask if they're happy. If things are going the way that they want, what can I do to better improve my service to you, right? Because we're serving the consumer. That's a huge blessing and honor to be able to have people trust you with one of the biggest purchases in their life, right? If you make somebody upset and mad, that is really hard to retract. It really is. And so you're going to just end up creating yourself stress and all the worry of it. So, do it right from the get-go, have that communication. And, sometimes we do screw up and we make mistakes. Own it. you know, own your mistakes and fix it. And then
Right.
things are going to come together a lot better for you, and they're going to respect you as a professional for that.
I think it's important for all reviews that you get, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. I think it's really important that you acknowledge that somebody took the time and write the review. And, you know, I know with myself, you know, I'm not going to please everybody. There's going to be somebody out there that no matter what I do, they are not going to be happy. And they are going to write a review that reflects their unhappiness. That is okay. What's going to be important is, how do I respond to them? Am I going to respond in a professional manner, or am I going to come at them and try to,
Justify,
yeah,
justify
well,
your actions.
well, justify that, but also minimize the way that they feel.
Right.
So my point is, if somebody takes the time to write a review, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, take the time out to show their appreciation by responding. And just be aware that nobody is going to make 100% of the people happy 100% of the time. And that's okay. People are going to look, how do you respond? How are you going to respond and handle that review?
Yep, absolutely. And always be professional. You know, that's really what it
Exactly.
comes down to, and caring about people, right? And it's going to go
Everybody
a
has a
long
bad
way.
day.
Yep,
That's
everybody does.
correct.
And guess what? There's personalities. It's a high emotion process, and people have strong opinions. And so again, just, you know, carefully making sure that you're paying attention to what's going on, you're understanding there's high emotions, and, you know, that you are putting love into every transaction that you have. That's really, you know, what it's about. So I believe that that's everything we wanted to cover when it came to that portion of it. I did want to mention a book that both Robin and I also want to recommend. It's called Jab, Jab, Right Hook, because as you guys are getting reviews and things like that, one place that you're going to be able to get in front of your audience and create that content that we were talking about with Google because of SEO is that you want to make sure you're utilizing your social media in front of that audience, those people that are writing the reviews and looking at you and wanting to see how your performance is. So we strongly suggest you guys getting that book. And again, it's Jab, Jab, Right Hook. It's going to talk to you about the different audiences on every social media and how your message needs to be tweaked a little bit according to that audience. You can't post exactly the same thing on each one because you're not going to pull in the audience based on who you're trying to reach. Okay, so you want to do things purposefully. You want to make sure that you're taking the time to do your homework on promoting yourself and your business, and definitely utilize video and SEO. So as social marketing real estate pros, again, on this channel, we're going to continue to share with you tips on how to grow your business with these avenues. And, you know, it's a learning process for us too, because Google changes how they do things. Facebook changes, algorithms change, SEO methods change. So we want to make sure that we're adapting as well, and we're going to share that information with you.
Right.
So if you like the video content and you've got value from what we're sharing with you, please do like and you know, share our Facebook video. Also, you can find us on YouTube under Social Marketing RE Pros. Please subscribe to that channel because again, you're going to be able to get our videos if you missed it when we're live. So you guys, thank you so much for joining us on this episode. Please leave your comments below, like and share, and we'll see you next Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Thank you so much. Happy holiday.
Happy holidays. Bye.